Alright. Oh. My emergency brake's on. Stop rolling. You can't go anywhere when you leave your emergency brake on. Yeah, there's not a single hill I can park on. Okay, try that again. All right. Not back into somebody. Mr. Gee. High smoke banks, can't see nothing. Oh, I hate that when it does that. It's like you're halfway through a turn so the signal light doesn't stay on. You gotta keep hitting it. I just found out Canada is the #1 importer of booze. I don't know if that's something to be proud of or not, but yeah, explains a lot. Yeah, explains a lot. I think we're also the #1 exporter of booze. Yeah. Wob Canoe was saying that yesterday. It's like, he was saying it with such glee too. It's like, yeah, got our booze. Yeah. He's like, our booze is better anyway. Yeah, I gotta agree with the guy on that one. Yeah. I'm not a big booze guy anymore, but I mean, yeah, I drank my body weight in my 20s and party hard and stuff like that, but 51, I just, you know, if someone told me I'm never gonna have another drop of alcohol again in my life, okay, that's fine. You know, it's not like I haven't had the experience. I just can't handle hangovers anymore. I think it started right when I was about 40. It just like, I woke up after like with a hangover and I'm just like, I'm never doing that again. It's just why. Like when you're 20, back in the 90s, like when you're in your 20s, when I was in my 20s, like you'd still have like the club stamp, like you would go to work in your party clothes, you know what I mean? Like because the bars in the early 90s were open till like 7 o'clock in the morning. And then you'd go, oh, I gotta go to work, and you'd still be drunk, whatever. Still have the bracelet on you, still smell the booze. And that's when they also too, they were allowed to smoke cigarettes in the bars. It was somewhere in the mid 90s where they got rid of that. And I'm glad they did, because it wasn't until they got rid of the smoking that you realized how bad it was. Like you would stink so much the next day, but you're just like, all those people, you're just sitting there like puffing in that smoke. You know, even as a non-smoker, you were like coughing like crazy. Eyes were burning. It was pretty disgusting. Imagine what it would have been like smoking on airplanes though, somebody with a big fucking cigar. Holy shit. Even a lot of smokers like, I'm glad they don't do that anymore. You know? Yeah. Oh, nobody home. Yeah, I did that roof yesterday. Till I broke my roof rake. Well, I just lost a bolt, so I gotta find a bolt for it for Thursday. Because, which I'll look for it today, because if I don't, I won't have a roof rake or functional one. Like there's these newer roof rakes. They're really nice when they work, but they freeze. They're like an oval shaped handle, and they've got like the detent, so when you when you what you call it, oh, I better put on my I'll let him go around me, because or not. Yeah, there we go. Put on my 4x4 so I don't lose the front end. It's a bit icy today, so but anyway, as I was saying, is like what was I saying? Brain fart, damn it. Oh well, couldn't have been important. You probably say, yeah, I wanted to hear the end of that story. Now you never will. That's the kind of channel it is, guys. Well, there's Dean. 2 doggies. It's the other dog, isn't it? Oh, okay, I know whose dog that is. That's an old dog, that dog. That little border collie is so smart. But my poor little timeshare dog, I didn't realize how it... last summer... Oh, poor deer. I have a hard time going over that. I don't know if the camera picked it up. There was a deer on the bank there. Last summer, she stepped on something and cut her foot. And cut her foot bad to the point where it wouldn't stop bleeding. And they had to take her to the vet to get it sewn up or whatever. But her foot has been screwed up ever since. So I'm wondering if there's still something stuck in there or whatever. But like, she's usually pretty good, but if she goes too hard, runs around, especially in the snow and stuff, she's a short little dog, eh? She's part border collie and Giant's 57. Cutest dog ever, though. But yeah, the other night there, she was in the house, she was hobbling on that one leg, and it's just like, oh, that's why we don't see her as much. So I guess my uncle's trying to get her to heal up, but like, I guess the deep snow's harder on her foot, whatever. Poor little girl. She ate half my french fries though, the little bugger. She comes over, sticks her, gives you those little deering eyes and puts her slobbering chops on your knees. Like, you know, you like food? You know, I like food too. Yeah, that french fry, you know, that french fry would be so tasty. She's like, here you go. You gotta throw like a distraction food so you can get a bite yourself. Yeah. Who's training who? Who's training who? It's like we got the best of everything though. Like, it's like the dog, we don't have to take care of it. We just, you know, give it treats once in a while. It comes over and then it leaves. It comes back 10 minutes later. Like in the summertime, she's like back and forth like every 20 minutes from my uncle's to our place. And yeah, the only time we kind of lock her out is at supper, so she's not sitting there drooling on us. Which I don't care about that as much. It's the dog breath, right? You're sitting there trying to eat and you got this dog panting on you. It's like not so good, you know what I mean? Not so good. So yeah, so I got a little roof today. Oh, I know what I was talking about, the roof rig. Yeah, the roof rig. Yeah, it's one of those blue handled roof rakes that extend. It's 3 extensions. It's really sturdy. I like it that way. But if you ever did bend it, it would be completely screwed. The only problem is I find when you retract them, they freeze together. I don't know why it is, but they freeze together like crazy. I don't know if it's just the cheap metal in the cold, you know, like contracting and getting tight, or if it's the plastic fittings or whatever. But I find once they're stuck together, like you can't open them, and then you basically got like a roof rig that you can't use properly, right? Where the one I have with the 3 extensions, hopefully I can find a few more extensions. If I can get like 3 more extensions, there's not a roof I wouldn't be able to do from the ground, right? That'd be awesome. It's hard work, but yeah. Because I'm not getting on the roofs anymore. Like the last roof I got on there, that was too hard on me. I'm gonna make good money on it. I still have to wait till the end of the month to get paid, but there's a 4-wheeler up ahead. But it's still the idea that it's just like, oh, my back, my knees, whatever. Oh, my shoulders. Like, I'm not a young man anymore. You know? Like, I'm hoping I make enough. Well, it's hard to say. You know, I could be starving to death by the end of the you know, millions of us could be starving to death by the end of the summer, who knows. But I'm hoping I make enough money this summer without having to kill myself like I did last summer to be able to just sit out the winter and not do anything. Like, I'll just give all my work to somebody else. You know, I'll let my buddy know way ahead of time that, you know, if I can do it. If I can't do it, then I got to work, right? But it's like, I would like to find another source of income. Like all the people that work from home, yeah, that can get stagnant. But if you work, say, like part-time from home, man, that would be great. You know what I mean? I mean, everything gets, like, any sort of mandatory work gets old at some point. I get that, but it's just easier on the body, right? So I'm hoping I'm ahead right now for a little bit. I've got up to August's living expenses covered. Okay, and with what I got back on my taxes, which I'm going to do my other taxes at the end of this month. Once there's less snow, where I can, you know, if I break down, I'm on the side of the road, not, you know, stuck partially on the road. But I'm gonna have to get another vehicle, possibly, right? I don't know yet, because I gotta wait till the weather gets better to work on the silver pellet, right? It's just I don't have a place to work on it, and I can't drive it anywhere, and having it towed all over the place just to find out that, you know, I need to do brake lines and all that. Like, I mean, there's $600 for the brake lines. Then, you know, while I'm at it, I got to get the calipers. I added up, it'd be about $2,300 just to do the all the brakes and everything, minimum, right? So about $2,300, which would be fine. But I also need a new windshield. I also need to fix the trunk. I also need to fix the exhaust. It's rusting out. You know, when you say